Hello and welcome to the Electronic Data Extraction Network. My name is Eric Blank. I'll be taking you through this introduction, which is intended for new members and Eden members who'd like to get more involved. In this brief introduction, we're going to go over Eden's overview, mission, and goals, what's in it for Eden, how your participation will enhance Eden, and also, and importantly, what's in it for you, getting the most out of Eden. While you watch this webinar, we encourage you to think of questions, contact us afterwards with them. We're happy to talk to you at any time. By way of introduction, let me talk for just a moment about why Eden was created. We support companies, governments, and individuals with electronic data extraction needs. We help with lawsuits, internal investigations, and regulatory inquiries where gathering data, processing it, and ultimately producing it is important. In doing this work, we support the party who retains us. Sometimes this is the plaintiff in a lawsuit, sometimes it's the defendant. We've worked for individuals, corporations, governments, schools, nonprofit organizations, and so forth. We don't take sides in these disputes. We are hired as a third-party vendor to undertake an important task. Our creed in doing this work is our duty of confidentiality to our clients and our determination as a network to do our work efficiently, effectively, and safely, both for ourselves and for the data that we are extracting and processing. Eden was founded in May 2009. We are currently composed of about 150 companies. We have individual members and other types of members as well, but the companies who do the core extraction work, about 150 of those, we're in 49 states and Canada. The mission of Eden is this. The Electronic Data Extraction Network is a national community that provides unified, reasonable, and practical solutions to e-discovery challenges related to litigation, compliance inquiries, and internal investigations. It's important, if you're going to be an active member of Eden, that you understand a little bit about e-discovery. And this is a topic on which we have helpful information on the website. But for the purposes of this introduction, let me just say that e-discovery covers the extraction, processing, and production of electronic records relating to a legal matter or often an internal investigation. This funnel is the e-discovery process. You can find a copy of it on the Eden website at edenhub.com. It's meant to depict the gathering of potential sources of electronic data and processing and extraction, preserving of that data down to the time the case goes to resolution or trial, where it is actually managed and produced. And so the steps that we talk about in this and other webinars: step 1, assess the possible universe of electronic data. Step 2, secure that data that may have responsive documents in your matter. Then step 3, extract the data. Step 4, sort and cull this data in an efficient manner to weed out the responsive documents. Step 5, do what we call macro searching, which is large 30,000-foot type searches to pull out responsive documents. Process the resulting documents as part of step 6 to where we can move to step 7, which is where persons, usually attorneys involved in the case, will review the processed documents and pull out what's important to the case. And ultimately, step 8, manage and produce what we have been part of. The Electronic Data Extraction Network is primarily concerned with the securing and extracting components of this process, but we as a community support the entire e-discovery funnel and all of those steps. What's in it for Eden? Why do we want you as members to become more active? Well, the answer is that your participation enhances Eden. By participating and by being in all but one state, we have a nationwide service network. That's important for the kinds of large companies and organizations that Eden works on behalf of. Eden is making and setting, even as we speak, the technical standards for the extraction work itself. To make sure that those standards are the right standards, we need input from the community that's actually doing that work. Your input helps you, and that the standards then support the work that you do, and it helps Eden as a whole, because Eden needs your support for the development and promulgation of these technical standards. Restoration of legacy media is another area where your involvement may be important to Eden. It seems like across the community, there's always somebody who has an old computer from the mid-'80s or an old type of legacy hardware which restores a certain type of backup tape. And by having a community that talks to each other, we can reach out on those rare projects where a certain type of software or hardware is needed. We can find you and get your help on the project. That helps Eden. Community support, just this general idea that as a community we can work through challenges together. The e-discovery community is a rapidly evolving one. The industry itself changes all the time. There's new hardware and new software. Evaluating it, suggesting improvements, learning about the quirks of software and hardware, very important. If one company does it on its own, it takes much longer than if you have hundreds of organizations contributing to that effort. So what's in it for the Eden members? Well, participation in the process carries its own rewards. This development of technical standards for best practices in e-discovery is very important. How do you know that what you are doing when extracting data is the right thing to do? You know because you're following Eden standards. That's a defense that you can raise anytime you're challenged as to how you set about doing your particular extraction job, particularly when probably the most common practice that will be challenged is a decision to make an image versus merely copying data versus merely pulling a subset of data off of a network. This same community support network that I just talked about works both ways. It's helpful for you to be able to reach out and learn from others' experiences. We offer through Eden e-discovery education. That's helpful for Eden because it means that our network is more educated and provides a better workforce for the projects that we send out to Eden members. It's helpful for Eden members because you will have your own projects and you will know how to do them and how to do them right through the education offered by Eden. As part of this education process, we offer webinars, white papers, forums, and checklists. We encourage you to use them. We encourage you to critique them and send us your comments about them. It is our continuing hope that this will support the Eden network and give strength to all of our practices. We have a monthly newsletter and we have a Slackspace blog about e-discovery issues, which we encourage you to look over every month. Through Eden, we offer e-discovery certification. Our feeling is that the kind of computer forensics first responder course that we teach and the various other courses which we'll talk about in a moment will put you in we'll give two things for you. One is your company will have a competitive advantage over other companies attempting to offer electronic discovery. Secondly, it's an asset to Eden and to you because you'll learn how to do the job right with the minimum of effort, and your learning curve will be very steep and fast rather than slow and gradual. Our computer forensics first responder course is the course that we recommend for all levels of technical expertise in the Eden community. It's a 3-day hands-on training in both the technical and legal aspects of electronic discovery. What else do you get out of Eden? Well, you get the networking and marketing support that I've talked about already. We can help you with co-branded brochures. We can help you with web pages built for you to get into the e-discovery community or expand your e-discovery offerings. And we can also help you meet with your clients to explain to them how you now offer either e-discovery services or expanded electronic discovery services, where we can provide the whole range of e-discovery services from an early case assessment through the extraction and processing all the way to online hosting and expert testimony at trial. Well, that concludes our introduction. Thank you for your attention. Please do call us. It's a tight community. We'd love to talk to you. Our phone number here on the screen, our email, and our web address at edenhub.com. Thank you again for your attention.